Hey guys, Connor Shaw VA here. Today I'm going to be showing you an ex-president build that I would use on Death Wish, but probably not One Doubt. Keep that in mind while we're going through all this. Alright, we're just going to jump right into the build as usual. Oh, by the way, this is for the No DLC, No Infamy series. So I've got a link to the playlist in the description if you want to check that out. Jump into the build though. Alright, we're going to go left to right as usual, but then I'll give you the priority of how you should be building this as you're going from levels 0 to 100. So, in the Mastermind tree, we're going to get our usual Inspire, the same way we always get it when we're in no Mastermind Infamy. Going to be Combat Medic, Quick Fix Ace, so you can place that bag fast. Painkillers to get to the next tiers. Combat Doctor Ace for the extra Doctor bags and charges, and then the Shout Inspire Resurrection, I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. The second portion of the Mastermind tree, I'm not going to really I'm going to recommend this, but not require it for this build. You can do whatever you want with these extra, you're going to have 31 points invested here. You can use them however you'd like, maybe pistol skills. It's up to you, really. But we're going to go Force Friendship to get into the controller tree, and we're just going to get every single Joker skill aced. It's going to beef up your Jokers as well as yourself. Giving you 30% more health, 10% movement speed increase, while also having the Jokers as both bullet sponges and damage per second dealers. Confident Ace is going to get you 2 of them. I did invest in Stockholm Syndrome, which is kind of an important skill if you find yourself going into custody a lot. As long as you guys have a hostage, you can trade yourself back by hitting space after you were detained, so to speak. So I thought that might be a cool little skill to maybe show some of the new people out there. In the Enforcer tree, I'm just going to do a Resilience Ace for those flashbangs. Always dealing with those, haha, half of Payday's gameplay is a widescreen. Not with Resilience. Shock and Awe for the armor recovery rate because this is a 2-piece suit build, so armor recovery rate is going to be great along with Bullseye. You don't really need this for ex-president, I just did it in case I want to stay in cover and get my armor back instead of killing somebody, because for an ex-president build, if your armor's gone and you kill somebody, you'll get it back almost instantly. And along with the Bullseye armor gate, where if you headshot somebody, you'll get 5 armor back, saving you a lot of health damage if you get shot by something big. I had 2 extra points left over, so I'm going to put 1 into Steady Grip in the Technician tree. In the Ghost tree, we're going to get some, generic dodge skills. Duck and Cover Ace for the 10% increased chance to dodge when I'm sprinting. Parkour Ace because that'll give us the additional movement speed as well as running in any direction and reloading while running. Inner Pockets because I just wanted to get up the tree, I guess. I wasn't really sure where to put these, and I figured you can change your guns around a little bit. Gives you a little more freedom to have that 2 extra weapon concealment. Shockproof Ace because I hate tasers, they're my least favorite special, I want them out of the game. And Sneaky Bastard for the increased dodge chance. Sorry. If you're not sure how Sneaky Bastard works, the lower your concealment is, the higher your dodge chance gets, up to 10% extra dodge chance. So in this case, I believe 4 is the concealment you want to go for, so as long as you have 4 detection rating, sorry. As long as you have 4 detection rating, you'll have 10% extra dodge chance. I aced Second Wind. You didn't have to, but I kind of just did just cause. But your armor is going to be breaking a lot on an ex-president build, so if your teammates can constantly be running faster, especially if they have armor on, it's going to help them out a lot. Optical Illusions is going to be less chance to be targeted, so those people wearing the armor that you're making run at the speed of light, they'll absorb more damage because we're selfish. Low Blow is going to be for crit chance because we're using pistols. I've got 2 pistols for my primary, 1 pistol for my secondary. So you're going to be wanting to get a lot of crits because that's going to be your main source of damage, is dealing high headshot crit damage. And then in the Fugitive tree, I like to use Swan Song with akimbo pistols, so I threw it on here. Ex-President, you might go down a little more often because it's not one of the stronger perk decks. So I've got 9 lives aced for that extra down and bleed out time, and Swan Song so I can still get something done in those 9 seconds, as well as, get a lot of ammo back while I'm firing at heads infinitely. And that last extra point goes into martial arts because melee damage hurts a lot. If you don't dodge it, you're in trouble. Okay, now for the priority of this build. Since this is a loud build, it's kind of tough to decide what you should go with. But as long as you have your ex-president perk deck completely filled out, I would suggest going up the Inspire tree right away. But another choice would be to go for maybe Duck and Cover Parkour Ace first. It's kind of up to you, and it's kind of a tough decision. So on one hand, you'll be saving your teammates by being able to shut them up. You'll be surviving longer because you've got your doctor bags. But on the other hand, you'll have the increased speed and the increased dodge. So that's kind of up to you. But I can't really make a recommendation either way. It's solely up to whoever's using this build. Something good to always grab is also 9 lives for the extra down, and then it's nice and easy to get Swan Song. That's what, 9 points right there, so it's a piece of cake to get. So make sure to grab that maybe halfway into the builder, so level 50. This is probably the last thing I would go with here, would be the Joker's Partners in Crime Confident Stockholm Syndrome. You don't really need that as much. You need to be able to survive on your own as it is. So that's why maybe the Artful Dodger tree should come early in the build, as well as the Medic tree should also come early in the build. Then maybe Fugitive. The extra points in Technician and Fugitive, I want you to put those last, for sure. Martial Arts and Steady Grip, you need to put those in last. The Enforcer tree, that's kind of up to you as well. I would do that towards the end. So, Artful Dodger or Medic. Then you're going to want to go Revenant. Maybe Silent Killer after that. Enforcer, Tank, and then Controller. So that should be it for the priority or the order you want to go in. Alrighty, moving on to the guns. I've got the Akimbo Castigo 44s for my primary. I put the Diablo barrel. I haven't put a boost on it. You can put a boost on it if you'd like to, but I was already at 3. And then I just put the Cruise Grip because it just looks so cool. But these are free pistols. They came with the Sangris pack, which was a recent addition to the game. A pretty great character, Sangris, but these are probably the greatest things that came out of the whole thing since they nerfed Sicario into the ground. So Akimbo Castigos are pretty good. You could also use the Bernettis, but I don't find that they do quite enough damage. The cross kills don't really fire as fast as I would like them to, so it's really up to you. But the Castigos I found were probably the best for this situation. And for the secondary, I went with the Castigo's older brother, the Bronco. This is a no DLC build, so I did only put the minimalistic things on it. I've got the concealment at 33 because of this concealment boost, but if you don't have that, you know, it's not really gonna hurt you down here, but it gives you a little more freedom with your primary if you do want to change that up. Let's see, that should be pretty much it. I've got, you know, the grip to add that 4 stability, and that let's see, the pocket surprise barrel is always great because it makes it shorter, giving you that extra concealment. Same thing with the upper receiver. You don't worry about stability on the Bronco, but the accuracy is kind of what matters. So if you do want to change it up a little bit, maybe you do want to, you know, try the ventilated or the overcompensating barrel for the extra accuracy, that's totally up to you. This boost will kind of help or hinder you depending on whether or not you have it, so keep that in mind. Maybe try to do some crime spree, get some concealment modifiers. As usual with any of these builds, the electric brass knuckles are going to be your go-to melee weapon. I like to use the buzzer personally, but that's obviously a DLC weapon. The concussion grenades are the only throwable I would really recommend, except for maybe incendiary grenades. They're pretty fun to use. I tried these out, didn't really like them. They're basically just like cute little frag grenades that kind of look like Thatcher's EMP from Rainbow Six when you turn them. But I definitely recommend concussions or incendiaries. And then we're going to be wearing a 2-piece suit for this one with about 30 dodge chance. Taking doctor bags. And then our perk deck is going to be Ex-President, which is the whole premise of Ex-President is gain a little bit of health and dodge passively. But the primary purpose of the perk deck is to deal damage, store that damage as health whenever your armor's up. Then when your armor breaks, it'll regenerate any missing health you have as your armor comes back. So the way you want to play this is Maybe take a little bit of damage if you're okay with that. This is why it's mostly a Death Wish build, because on 1 down you're just going to die in 1 shot anyway. So you want to have either a lot of armor, or you want to make sure your armor recovery is instant, which this could help with that, but you have to get a kill, which is a little tough on 1 down without, you know, being shot between getting a kill and losing your armor. So the purpose of this is just going to be deal damage while your armor's up. When your armor breaks, you either want to hide so that it comes back and you get your health back, or you want to get a kill like ASAP as fast as possible, shoot someone in the head to get that armor gate from the one Enforcer skill. It'll come to me in a second. Pretty sure it's Bullseye. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Bullseye. The one that gives you 5 armor when you deal a headshot. That's how you want to play that. I might hop in game real quick, show you a little bit, but that should be pretty much it for that build. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it helps out too. I would still only recommend using this on Death Wish or below. And you definitely want to get used to the playstyle of Ex-President because it's very difficult to get down. But it's a pretty fun, you know, perk deck to use, and I like playing like this, running around real fast, popping heads. We'll get in game though, and I'll show you how to do this all in game. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Hope you enjoyed this build. Alright, so I'm going to lay down the basics of what you should be doing with this build. It's going to be pretty simple. You're going to... You'll see here at the beginning, I take quite a bit of damage from the beat cops. That's from the low dodge chance, but that's not a big deal. The first thing you want to do really is to get your converts. You'll see in the top left I have 2 enemies converted. And they're going to help me out as bullet sponges or damage dealers, while also giving me extra health and movement speed. So you'll see... This is really a conservative build. You want to be hiding quite a bit. You'll see the moment my armor goes down, I hide, which is kind of how you should play the game anyway. But you'll see I'll hide, I'll pop out, try to maybe pop a head or 2. I'm trying to store health at the moment. So you'll see I'll hit some heads, I'll kill some people. Maybe my armor will break and then I'll hide a bit more. That's the only way to really play this build. You're going to want to hide even though you've got the 30 dodge chance. Which the way I'd like to look at dodge chance is not I can run around and do whatever I want. It's I have more time to hide because I'm more likely to dodge bullets while I'm running from cover to other cover. So you'll see just popping some heads, dealing some damage. Whenever my armor drops, I try to either hide immediately or get a headshot as fast as I can. Because like I said earlier, that Bullseye will proc and I'll get my armor back, instantly giving me my health back. Or maybe I'll hit the body and kill somebody. That'll get the perk deck portion to trigger the increased armor regen. That'll give me a ton of health back. That's kind of it. This build's kind of self-explanatory if you just read the perk deck, which I highly recommend you go do that. I didn't give it a completely full explanation. So just try to, I guess, get used to using it. That's the hardest thing with any perk deck really, is to just get used to the play style. You can't run an armor deck as if you're playing rogue or dodge or anything like that, so just read up on it, get used to it. As far as the weapons go, I was just thinking about that. The Castigos deal quite a bit of damage. You run out of ammo pretty quickly, if you're me at least. They've got decent ammo pickups, so make sure you're always picking up those ammo boxes. But the Bronco's a good secondary to swap to, get some quick headshots. And you should never really run out of ammo, especially with Swan Song, as you'll see I have now. I can just take out bigger enemies without running out of ammo at all. One more thing, lastly, that I like to point out is the Jokers. Depending on what kind of cop you get, Jokers are really good. So you want to get maybe like a lower armor cop. That's why the beat cops or the blue cops or the FBI... The FBI girl with the revolver, always get her. She's like the best. They have low armor, but they have extremely high damage, so they're going to just one-tap enemies until they die, even if it is pretty quick. Just make sure to always handle getting your converts, because they are a key part in this this build. Assuming you're, high enough level if you listened to the priority earlier in the video. But make sure to always have them. If you want an easy way to keep track of this, I'm using Wolf HUD. You'll see in the top left I've got the two, and my convert healths in the top left. Don't make fun of the way I say convert. When I'm talking about the noun, it's convert. When I'm saying to convert, it's convert. Anyway, so, Wolf HUD is the way to get that. I'm sure I don't have a video on it, so go check somebody else out for it, but nice and easy. It's a BLT mod. Get it in there, and then the left side list, you can check your convert health. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys really enjoy this build. Thanks for watching. That's pretty much all I got, though. If you want to see me use this build in action, I'll be streaming pretty much every day, so come check me out. My Twitch will be in the description. Hope you guys have a good day, and thanks very much.